Good morning. We've made it to another Monday. I don't know about you guys, but this time change has me a little fucked up. So we are going to do our makeup in hopes that it will make us feel better about ourselves. First, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow in the shade Medium. I work the 9:45 to 6:15 shift today. And when I tell you that I am not looking forward to it, I'm not kidding. I like being home at a decent hour. I like getting home. Normally my favorite shift to work is the 6:30 to 3 shift. I'm always up super early. Like I was up at 6:30 this morning. I set my alarm, but I was awake probably 10 minutes before my alarm. And I don't know about anybody else, but this time change, it's also messing with my sleep schedule. Like, I don't know if any of you slept like shit last night or couldn't sleep, but I could not sleep to save my life last night. I feel like it's the time change that has me a little messed up. I was feeling really depressed yesterday. I don't know if anybody else was feeling a little depressed, but I was feeling super depressed yesterday, and I did nothing all day. I ate. I had clam chowder, New England clam chowder. It is my favorite. And then I told my boyfriend that I was feeling sad, so he took me by this horse farm near our house so that I could go pet the horses. I will say that if you are somebody who deals with mental illness or you deal with like mental health issues, the biggest change I've noticed in what helps my mental health is having a supportive partner. And I mean, you should always have a supportive partner, but I have experience where I was with somebody who didn't really understand my mental health and kind of saw it as a burden rather than like something that I'm dealing with. And so being with somebody where I have a lot of support when I'm going through something like this, it typically doesn't last as long. So we're just kind of rolling with it. Not an influencer or anything, but I got quite a few new followers over the weekend. So I'm just gonna say it again. I do phlebotomy and registering patients at an outpatient facility. And at that facility, we do CAT scans, we do blood work, obviously, we do mammograms, x-rays, and EKGs. I love my job. I was a bartender for 12 years at the same bar, and I absolutely love that job. But after COVID, things just started to not feel the same for me anymore. The customers felt different. The way the business was run was a lot different. I feel like people who are in positions of power in the workplace can really set the tone for how everything else is run. And in my experience, I started dealing with some poor management at my old job. In April of this year, I had a literal mental breakdown. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I went into a weed psychosis, and it was coupled with mania, and it lasted an entire week. I feel like sometimes people think I overshare, but if I'm honest, people go through really hard shit all the time and no one talks about it. And I think that's so strange because there's always somebody out there who's gone through something similar or can relate to what you've gone through. And I just feel like it's so important to talk about the hard things and not keep it inside. I was in a mental hospital for 1 whole week. It was truly one of the worst experiences and one of the most traumatic experiences I've ever had in my entire life. I had a miscarriage in August of 2023, and my due date would have been April of this year, and I was in the hospital over when my due date would have been, and I was so incredibly sad. And I got home from the hospital. I was unemployed from April until July. And then in July, my sister-in-law told me about an opening that she had on her team at the place I work at now. So I applied for that, and the job has truly changed my life. I am somebody who does not like routine all that much. However, I will say as I get older, being in a routine is something that I actually enjoy and is very good for my mental health. Also, making these videos and just being on the internet, like I always have said, being on the internet is such a scary place, but there's just something about sitting down and, I don't know, talking to the camera that is very relaxing to me. I don't know what it is, and just talking about the things I've been through just honestly helps my anxiety as well. So that's why I do it. At first I felt like a little weird about it because I'm like, oh my God, what happens when people I know see my TikToks? Like I'm just talking to the camera and she thinks she's an influencer. I don't think I'm an influencer. I'm just a girl on the internet, just trying to get by. Anyways, I really just wanted to come on here and say that, number one, I hope everybody has a great day. It's a new week. We can start over every day, but I love something about a Monday. Just, I don't know, starting over on a fresh week sometimes just feels really good, even though 15 minutes ago I literally was complaining that it's Monday. But there's just something that happened to me when I went through what I went through, and that is that I truly have such an appreciation for life that waking up every day it really does feel like a gift to me. I think sometimes when we're going through hard things, we forget to be grateful for all the things that we do have. And I'm very grateful to have a supportive partner. I'm very grateful to wake up in the morning. I'm very grateful to have healthy pets. I'm very grateful to have the job that I have. There are days when it's really hard. Yesterday was a hard day. So I went and saw horses and it made me feel so much better. Depression is real, anxiety is real, and it is really tough to navigate life when you deal with that. And if you are going through that, if you are feeling really depressed right now, just know that I'm here for you and I hear you and I see you, and we will get through this. I know it's winter time, which can be scary. Well, it's not really winter time yet, but it sure as hell feels like that some days, you know? Like I just really miss the sun, and the sun is out right now, but I mean like the warm weather, but this summer was kind of hot as balls, you know? Just remember that you are strong and you are capable of all things that are hard, and you will get through the tough times, I promise you. And on the other side of really bad times are really good, happy times. Even if you feel like you're going through an incredibly dark season or two in your life, this too shall pass, and I firmly, firmly, firmly believe that. I believe in women supporting women, and being on the internet doesn't have to be a scary place. And I've actually met quite a few people, not in person, but on TikTok, who are so sweet. And it just kind of inspires me to keep making these videos, because my goal is to always have the mindset of, if something I say can help at least one person, then I feel a lot better. Anyway, that is today's look. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.